Hello everyone, I am Crota and I'll be giving you Game 1 in a series between Focus and Hawk. Game 1 taking place here on Last Refuge. Focus spawning as the yellow orc player over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hawk has spawned as the teal human. This is going to be a 1v1, and yes, I am happy that I am not casting a Night Elf versus Orc or Night Elf versus Night Elf mirror match. Now, with all of that said and done, I am looking for some undead replays. However, if the replays are not given to me or the undead players do not make it into the later parts of the tournament, I really cannot guarantee anything. Anyways, that's going to be looking at a Blade Master opening up from Focus. Meanwhile, Hawk opening up from an Archmage. No real strange openings there, as the Militia Footmen are now looking to finish off the Forest Troll Trappers. Meanwhile, back over here, down to the south, you can see the Blade Master going to sell that Scroll of Town Portal, pick up some healing salves, not picking up Speed Scroll or a Clarity Potion, surprisingly, as the Blade Master is now going to be making his way off to the north. Most likely going to be picking up a second Circle of Nobility and then Boots of Speed just a little bit later on, as that Blade Master has 100 extra hit points, 60 extra mana, 4 extra damage, 1.2 additional armor, which is obviously very, very helpful for that Blade Master, who does take a bit of damage since he does jump into the fray quite a bit. Now, Wand of Illusion has been dropped there. Blade Master now going to be making his rounds. Archmage is sitting at level 2, has Claws of Attack +6 and Slippers of Agility, so additional armor to protect him from the Blade Masters and the blade of that Blade Master. That blade, a giant two-handed sword. Somehow that Blade Master is able to run around with it in one hand. Two-handed weapons are only a recommendation for that Blade Master. Now, Blade Master going to be wandering around over here, going to be going after the Ogre Magi. Perhaps, yes, going to be going after the Ogre Magi. He also looks like he wants to pick up Boots of Speed, and the timing on this may allow for the Boots of Speed pickup. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is down off over here. The Archmage is still wandering around, and if he's able to get that Ogre Magi, that would be a very big deal. Let's see a quick sell, picking up Boots of Speed as the Blade Master Mao may be able to get away. He does have those Boots of Speed, will be able to get off very quickly. And now with that, with the Wind Walk and the Boots of Speed, able to traverse around the map rather easily. Now, it does not look like Hawk stands much of a chance right now. You can see that the Archmage has taken a fair bit of damage, not even attacking back once. And that is most likely because there is also a Potion of Greater Healing. However, he is regenerating quite a bit of hit points. There are still 2 grunts back down across over here, as the Archmage, what is he doing? Using the Scroll of Town Portal, purposely hiding himself back off over here, as the Blade Master now going to be perhaps heading inside the base. Now the Archmage is going to be very well protected on the inside of this base. No, wait, no, never mind. What is happening here? This is just going to be child's play as the Blade Master comes in, takes down the Archmage. I thought the wall was complete. Not the case. And a little bit of a misstep there. And all of a sudden, things are looking very, very bad. Burning through the Scroll of Town Portal, being forced to resurrect. And Hawk, all he can really do is make a little crying face there, tears falling down the side of his face, as that Blade Master gonna finish off this Arcane Vault. Now, what's happening back on the other end of the map? Beastmaster with Quill Beast and Footman looking to put some pressure down. It is going to be a Shadow Hunter, and if the Footman and the Quill Beast can take an Orc Burrow or 2, that would be an extremely, extremely big deal. Meanwhile, the Peasant Tower, we're going to get taken down there, as the Archmage is still looking for a resurrection. Alright, Quill Beast now going after the Orc Burrow. Footman now doing a fair bit of attacking onto that Orc Burrow there. Always very dangerous, trying to save this or take down an Orc Burrow, as the peons can either repair damage or throw spears at you. Beastmaster now going to be heading back down over here to the south 6 side. Rock Golem creep camp going to be a little bit difficult for him to try and creep out. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is very nearby. He is not windwalked and still getting in some free, easy damage. This is not looking good at all for Hawk. Hawk needs to run away. Hawk needs to regroup. And Hawk needs to get those dual Arcane Sanctums with slowdown in order to slow down that Blade Master. You can see right there the Beastmaster was trying to get into harm's way, but that just did not work out. That Footman ending up gonna just get taken down right there by the Blade Master again. And Hawk is just not playing up to his normal standards. He is just letting that Blade Master slice and dice him. He's not been able to hide his footmen, hide and protect his units. He hasn't been able to put down much pressure with his Beastmaster, the Quill Beast, and the footmen, as we're looking at a Bestiary and a Spirit Lodge about to near completion. Now, it looks as though the Beastmaster is going to be able to perhaps get some more Quill Beasts down. We need to see level 3 on that Archmage. Level 2 Water Elemental significantly stronger, as the Blade Master now out and about going straight after the Sorceress, knowing that the Sorceress is the big problem. Sorceress, oh, Blade Master gets one last hit onto that Sorceress. The Priest had healed that last bit of damage, as the Blade Master, now down to, 120 hit points, will be able to get away. He's going to start using that healing salve right there and now make a run back to the south. During this time, though, the Shadow Hunter going to get to level 2, perhaps going to pick up, yes, Healing Wave, and that is going to give a lot more longevity to the Blade Master. All right, Blade Master sitting at level 2, going after a Sorceress again. A free ensnare from creeps. All that is really going on there. And one more shot, yes, does get to level 3. Does need the Wind Walk. Will he be able to Wind Walk? It is currently on cooldown, and he is now looking very pretty. Level 2 Wind Walk, 70 hit point bonus strike when breaking Wind Walk, as the Blade Master and the Shadow Hunter is going to be regrouping over here to the bottom left. Meanwhile, over here, Ogre Magi should get cleared out. Archmage sitting at level 2, not yet at level 3. Beastmaster at level 1, not quite at level 2, may not be able to get there. Blade Master does not look like, well, nope, Blade Master looks like he will be able to get there in a hurry. There it goes, level 3 on the Archmage, though, which is a very big deal right now, as the Blade Master now finally shows up to the party. Blade Master and remaining units showing up to the party. Healing Wave, Spirit Link being cast across multiple units. Shadow Hunter has his work cut out for him, as the Blade, or the Shadow Hunter, picks up a Tome of Experience. Level 2 Healing Wave may be the difference here. Healing Wave with Spirit Link, very difficult to really deal any damage to units, since that damage is already split up across multiple units, and the Healing Wave then heals all of that back by bouncing between units. You cannot control where the bounce goes, but it generally does go to, it only does go to units that have taken damage, as we're looking at the Ogre Mauler and Ogre Magi creep camp waiting to get cleared. Scroll of the Beast, not necessarily the best item in this situation. Let's take a look at this off over here. Gonna go ahead and take it down. Book of the Dead, a very powerful item if the Spirit Walkers do not have enough mana for Dispel, or excuse me, Disenchant. Back over here, Forest Troll Berserker units are all trying to attack up onto the high ground. Blade Master gets an easy kill onto a Sorceress already, as the units are now still looking to engage. All right, Blade Master may be able to get another footman off here, take him down, and it looks as though, no, it's not going to be able to do so. All right, frontline footman going to be taking some damage, does get taken out by a Spirit Walker's little lantern attack, as the Priest now getting taken down as well. All right, there is a Roar, bonus damage across the board, as the units are now starting to focus fire just a bit more, but with no real way to disenchant all of that Spirit Link. The grunts are just not taking the necessary damage. So far, 38 over 54. The units are pushing very heavily. You can see the peons now joining in on this fight. Spirit Walker going to be rounding back around the corner. Speed Scroll counteracting that slow, as peasants are getting taken out as well. Level 3 Shadow Hunter, Book of the Dead, now quickly being used. Quick disenchant, though. And that may be the end of it. Yes, Focus taking game number 1 after a sloppy start by Hawk. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.